Welcome to this day and everything cool for February 22nd. Hello, Dolly. On February 22nd, 1997, anyone counting sheep might have been seeing double. Scottish scientists announced that they had successfully cloned a sheep named Dolly, making it the first successful attempt to clone a mammal. The existence of Dolly was front-page news all over the world, with people bringing up the many questions about what cloning could mean for humans. There are countless potential medical benefits that can come from human cloning, but also many potential moral and ethical problems. Trying to clone an entire human has since been outlawed all over the world, but cellular and microscopic cloning is still being researched for medical benefits. As for Dolly, she lived a relatively normal life, although she died a little premature at the age of 6. Before U.S. presidents were able to lash out on Twitter, they had to rely on other forms of communication. On this day in 1924, Calvin Coolidge became the first U.S. president to deliver a radio address from the White House. This meant citizens and potential voters could listen to the president's voice from the comfort of their own homes for the very first time, giving the president the ability to influence the entire country and promote his agenda in a new way. Presidential radio addresses became a formalized weekly event a few years later when FDR began his fireside chats, and they continue to this day. They're also available in video form for those of you who want to look at his face. On February 22, 2002, a beloved Sega franchise survived the death of the Dreamcast. Jet Set Radio Future was released on the original Xbox, serving as a sequel to the beloved Dreamcast game that was released 2 years earlier. Players once again took the role of roller skating graffiti artists in a totalitarian version of Tokyo, complete with cel-shaded animation and an awesome electric soundtrack. This was one of the first big titles that Sega released on someone else's console, as they changed into a third-party publisher after the death of the Dreamcast. Unfortunately, the game wasn't as well received as they had hoped, and plans for a third installment were scrapped. A spin-off was released on the Game Boy Advance a year later, but with the exception of an HD remake in 2012, the franchise has been dormant.